Live every night on the Halos in the Infield Baseball Network.
Think about it. We'll get into everything that we're going to get into as we go along, but I got to rant real quick. But why would you throw out an inexperienced pitcher in a game you're still close in? And I don't care what the record is. You show up for a fucking rivalry game. But he's actually talking to him constantly. That is a sign of a really, really good coach.
It's the ToddFox Post-Game Podcast with your host, ToddFox.
Because the only thing I want to yell is fuck! Hey, welcome into another episode of the Halos in the Infield Post-Game Show with your host, ToddFox. I'm on here tonight for the Angels winning a 6-2 game against the Chicago White Sox. Hey, what do you know? The Angels have a win streak. That's 3 in a row. It's hard to believe, right? But they got the job done tonight, and we're going to get into that more and more as we get along here in the show. But before we do, I just want to say 714 Tickets, 714 Tickets. 714 Tickets is the place to go to get your tickets to any sporting event, any rock concert, anything you could think of. And just by using that, you can get 10% off of any purchase moving forward of any kind of concert, video, sporting event, just by putting HITI, the same thing on my hat, in the promo code at the end. Plus, you could use it multiple freaking times, not just once. And it works on almost anything, like I said, or everything actually, and out of the state as well. Plus, you get entered in to win a jersey courtesy of Halos in the Infield and 714 Tickets. So with that being said, also, I've got to remind you guys, this Friday is our show live here, a watch party of the Seattle Mariners game, so you don't have to endure Patrick O'Neill, and you could just turn down your TV and watch us. We'll break it down. You could see the scoreboard on our thing, or you could watch TV and then just listen to us. On the 10th, we have that big Noble Ale Brewing, where it's buy one pint, get another one for free after the 7th inning. Also get $1 off of selective beers, 2 for $9 specials. We're going to have food there. You have to purchase that, but everything else is we're going to have games and a live pregame show and watch party at Noble Ale. So with all the business out of the way, let's get that win tonight, right? Angels get the win tonight. They win 6-2 over the Chicago Cubs. They've now won 3 in a row, so it's finally got that win streak back. We're now 3 games over 500, which is good. Ben Joyce collects his first career win. Although it was a struggle for him, he did walk the bases loaded. Jameson Taillon continues to be an absolute failure for the Chicago Cubs, as he's sporting now a 1-4 record with a 7 ERA. The scoring started in the 4th inning. Mike Trout homered on a fly ball to center field to make it 1-0. But just in typical Angel fashion, they're like, no. You giveth, we taketh right away, and then we giveth right back. Double. They gave right back 2 runs. Trey Mancini would double in Tauchman, who's for some reason has killed us in his first 2 games. Then Miguel Amaya, because everyone knows Miguel Amaya, singled, and Mancini would score. It's 2-1 Cubs. All of a sudden, you got that bad taste in your mouth again. However, in the bottom of the 5th inning, their lead didn't last too long. Luis Renifo, on the first pitch off of Taillon, just absolutely crushes it, 468 to dead center, and we're tied at 2. Then bottom of the 6th, Renifo comes through again. This is the hitter he was in August and September of last year. He hasn't been that good this season, but he's starting to hit a little bit more. He has 4 home runs, 18 RBIs. He doubled down the line, or singled down the line, left first and third, though. It was 3-1. After the bases were loaded, Moniak came up and drilled one right over the first baseman's head down the line, clearing the bases. That was the big hit of the night, 6-2. That's not even talking about his 2 excellent plays, one in right field to make a nice sliding catch, and then that's way too early for a phone call. Way too early for a phone call. Then Moniak also made a nice catch against the wall, and then also, with a bunch of Cubs fans there, caught the ball and gave the ball right away to a fan. I thought that was really, really cool. So again, making 2 really good plays. And then we're not even talking about Mike Trout's eased easy plays in center field. He made one home run robbing catch, and then he made one against the wall. And also Louis Renifo did something that Joe Adell and Taylor Ward have a hard time doing in left field, which is communicating with a quarterback of the defense out there in Mike Trout. He did what Mike Trout wanted him to do, which was back off and get out of his way, and Mike Trout showed his appreciation. Seems small, but considering the way our left fielders have played over the last couple years, that was big to Mike Trout. So an all-around good game for the Angels tonight. Let's get into the box score real quick. Let's see. There was a couple guys that did absolutely nothing for the Cubs. I'm not going to go over them. They only had 2 runs and 3 hits. It was pretty much good pitching by the Angels that won this game. They had 6 runs and 8 hits. Very efficient tonight. Again, is it the product of the bad Cubs, or is it a product of the Angels trying to get a little bit better? With runners in scoring position, they still sucked. 2 for 8. You could take that out of this one all the way. 2 for 8's not good. It's better than 2 for 12 or 2 for 14 like they've been in games past, but they still left 8 men on base. Jared Walsh had a terrible night tonight. He had the hat trick with 3 strikeouts, but Louis Renifo had those 2 big hits, one of them being the home run, the other one being the go-ahead RBI. Neto is decent as always, 1 for 3, so I love that about him. Drury's starting to continue to get a couple hits here, a couple hits there. Again, scoring 1 run on 2 walks. Theis, it looks like 0 for 2 in the box score, but he gets 2 walks and he scores a run. That's positive. That's the kind of stuff that you want, the production. Then you have our boy Rendon, the albatross that is Rendon, $38 million man, or 36, whatever he is this year. 0 for 4 and load management. He cannot play a full game now. You saw him get up like an 80-year-old. My uncle gets up faster than he does. He's 86-year-old, and he still works under his car. And he just needs a little bit of help to get up, but he still got up faster than Rendon did, making that error last night. He looked like a cripple. No offense to cripples, but they get up faster than Rendon. And Rendon just, oh my God, dude. He was so slow to get up last night, and then he couldn't play a full game tonight. We definitely got Kawhi Leonard dressed up as Rendon in our lineup. Ohtani went 1 for 4, but he did get a nice solid double earlier in the game. He stole a couple bases again. I was watching the end of the Atlanta and New York game in between this, and one of their players has 25 stolen bases by himself. I think Shohei's got about, I want to say 13 or 14 stolen bases. I may be wrong on that, but the fact of the matter is that one dude from from the Atlanta Braves has more stolen bases than our entire team. And Ohtani's still like 10 or 11 behind him. So that should tell you what everyone else is doing. Mike Trout had the big home run. Like I said, he had 2 big catches, but Mickey Moniak with those big 3 RBIs and 2 catches. And again, why does Phil Nevin sit this guy? He'll probably sit tomorrow, and you'll probably see Taylor Ward's ass at leadoff again. When everyone's been screaming the same thing I've been saying, put Ward down about 7th or 8th in the lineup. Why the hell is he up so high? Well, that's going to be a problem again. I think tomorrow you're going to see Ward back in the lineup, and you're going to see Moniak either not in the lineup or he's going to be batting way down. The key is to leave him where he's at. Let him get his lumps against left-handers. He's going to come through. You let a guy like Ben Joyce get his lumps tonight and get his lumps the other night in Houston. He seems better for it. Let the kids continue to learn. Jaime Bieria, what can I say about him? 5 innings pitched, 2 runs, 3 hits, 2 earned runs, 3 strikeouts, but pitched very efficiently, stayed low in the zone. Another great start by another good quality start, in my opinion, by Jaime. Even though a quality start is technically 6 innings, he pitched his ass off again. That's 3 really good starts of 5 innings. That's all you wanted from the dude, and that's what he's given you. He probably could have gave you more, had a little bit of rough go at it in the 5th inning, but Ben Joyce came in. Dude, walked 3 guys. His control wasn't there, but the key is he didn't allow a run, so he got through it. And then everyone's favorite, Aaron Loop, came in there, and if it wasn't for those 2 great catches, he probably gives up some runs and some hits. He flat out sucks. When are we going to get rid of this piece of crap? I'm not a fan of Loop at all. Then Sam Bachman came in there, 3 strikeouts, 2 innings pitched. He's gotten better since his debut. He's looking much more in control of his pitches. Good 2 innings thrown there by Sam Bachman, the former first-round pick of your Angels. So all in all, a good night. Let's talk about who gets the awards tonight. Let's start off with a John Stamos Award. And I didn't even bring up the fact that the night tonight was obviously 2 things. It was Pride Night at the ballpark, number one. And number two, it was the Halo Honk Night. Oh, yeah, it's the Halo Honk. I get to honk my honks on Pride Night tonight because my name is the John Stamos lover, Roger Lodge. Do you think that's a coincidence? Do you actually, and there's nothing wrong with it. I don't care who he honks his honk for, meaning Roger Lodge, and I don't care who anybody else does. So let's put that aside for a second. You can sleep with whoever you want to. All I'm saying is we all know Roger has a crush on John Stamos. I know at some point that in that night, you know, with Halo Honk Night beating in the 600s, and he's got a special group of fans on the roof of Anaheim Stadium, I know there's a special place in that night, in that game, where he just wishes John Stamos was in his arms, and it would have completed his true love story. But all he could do was honk his honk and think about John Stamos. But let's get into the awards, and let's get to the John Stamos Award for Best Player of the Night. Well, let's get into the John Stamos Award for Best Player on the Field tonight, and I'm going to have to share this award. I think what we're going to do is, again, we're either going to give out two golden Stamoses, or we're going to give it to one and have them share it. So either way you want to look at it, whether it's a chocolate golden Stamos or it's actually two gold play Stamoses, here's what we're going to do. I had Trout in the consideration, in the running for this award tonight. It could have been three players, or it could have been him. But I think the two strikeouts really annoy me. He's still striking out, even though he had the home run, even though he had the two good plays in the outfield, three if you want to call them that. But I think I'm going to give it to two players who came up very clutch tonight in runners in scoring position, and they've been both knee-jerked around in this lineup, in and out of the lineup all year, moved around in several positions, meaning Moniak right to left, Renifo left field, second base, third base, shortstop. They've been moving him everywhere, and he hasn't bitched or moaned or complained. He has had a slow start, but he's beginning to pick it up. Defensively looks okay. But I'm going to say this. I'm going to give it to both of them tonight. You know, Luis Renifo, without his home run, without his clutch hit to put us in the lead and extend that inning, we're nowhere tonight. Who knows? We might lose a game 2-1. Mickey Moniak coming through with two good catches, robbing a hit, then saving an out for Jaime, then also getting a big 3-run double to put the game essentially away at that point. So, again, those two guys get the Stamos tonight. Big clutch hits, nice defensive plays. I like what they did tonight. All around good game for them. Let's get into the nacho night.
All the chips, all the cheese, all the refried beans, all the onion and tomato and the guacamole, all the beef and jalapeno and the sour cream, all the nachos.
Now, I am going to be fair. Now, I'll give it to an Angels player when he absolutely deserves it. I'm not always going to be biased and try to give it away to the other team and everything else like that. Would I prefer to give it to the losing team, which would not be the Angels, and the Angels win every night? Yeah, that'd be perfect. But I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to give it the nachos. I was going to give it to our boy Jared Walsh, but at least he worked a walk. If he would have flown out, grounded out, or something like that, he would have easily got the nachos, or even struck out again for sure. He would have got the nachos because he would have gotten the golden sombrero. It was bad enough he had the hat trick tonight. He looked lost up there at the plate. He was lucky he got that walk late in the game. But I'm going to give it to Jameson Taillon. Jameson Taillon's another pitcher that comes over to the Cubs, unlike Stroman, who's actually earning his gold, his weight in gold and money, whatever you want to call it. Jameson Taillon came over from the Yankees, who had pitched really good, but I think Jameson Taillon was a good pitcher out of Pittsburgh. Going to New York, did a decent job, like Musgrove and other guys who've left Pittsburgh. But I think there was a product of him getting a lot of run support. And going to Chicago, where there's not too many names on that team, not too much offense being put up by the Cubs, you're not going to get these easy wins like he got in the East. In the East, so in the Central, even though the Central is down, it still looks like, he's not pitching his best. And 1-4, getting that contract and only pitching 5 innings, 4 runs, 5 hits allowed. He walked 4 guys and gave up 2 home runs. He's got an ERA of 7. That's unacceptable. Who knows how long he'll be, before it gets too embarrassing and they shut him down. Because much like Tyler Anderson and other free agents, sort of like the Fujima up in Oakland, other guys who are supposed to be so good, but their ERAs are ballooning to 10. Another guy like Syndergaard, what I think is going to happen with these GMs and these agents of these pitchers, they're going to wind up saying at one point, hey, you know what? My guy's not producing right now. I know he just signed that contract. Can we shut him down for the year? Can we make up an injury? I would not be surprised if Anderson continues to suck for us. Other guys like Syndergaard and other guys, maybe Syndergaard differently because he's on a 1-year deal. Maybe they could just DFA him. But, I mean, some of these guys that are signed for multiple years still, like Jamison Tyon, if his ERA continues to go up, maybe they say he's having arm issues and they have to shut him down. I could see that happening with Anderson as well. It could, because it's embarrassing for the agent, it's embarrassing for the organization, it's embarrassing for the player, and what they probably have done, because it's happened in the past, they tell these pitchers, focus on the offseason, get a better regimen, try to lift weights, get your velocity up, or try to work on better pitching or better pitching style. Basically, start over from scratch. Here, we're giving you extra time to do it. You better fix this shit before next year. You know what I mean? Because they kind of did the same thing with Bumgarner in Arizona before. They just said, hey, we tried everything. We gave him time off and all this other bullshit, and we have to freaking eat that contract. I don't think the Angels will with Anderson. I don't think they will with Tyon in Chicago and other pitchers who have been struggling. But I will say this, they will not allow that player to continue to embarrass the organization. You can't move one of these guys to the bullpen. As much as we would like to say, let's just put Tyler Anderson in the bullpen, make him a situational guy. He's never been that before. He's not going to do it now, especially with that contract. Same thing with Jamison Tyon. So just look for a mysterious injury going down the stretch, and then we'll figure it out from there. Sort of one of those. But let's get into the comments tonight. Ryan says that the Halos won. That's not ready. Ryan also says, time to rally our monkeys. Were you at the game tonight, Ryan? Let's fucking go, Halos. 714 tickets, 714 tickets. Winning streak. Cue the sound effect. Oh, yeah, because we're supposed to play this when they win games and they get on the hitting streak, because this is what we've been, or winning streak, this is what we've been asking for.
All right, you guys, let's listen up. We won a game yesterday. If we win one today, that's 2 in a row. We win one tomorrow, that's called a winning streak.
Exactly. Also, right now, Sterling checks in with
these nuts. Got him! Got him!
And Hayes says, clutch was my vote tonight. Justin Option says, damn it, we're on a winning streak, so now we're going to be able to, we can't trade Ohtani. Jim says, about to get more entertainment about the baseball tonight here on the Heady post game than I did with the political agenda tonight. 2-0 since Rendon's return. Trout here is about ready to buy a Rendon jersey. I just know it. Hayes says Mickey Moniak outfield defense, Taylor Ward outfield defense. I think Moniak's way better defensively, but don't tell Nevin that. See, we are going streaking because, we're going streaking.
Sorry, we're going streaking through the quad and into the gymnasium. Come on, everybody!
The Grill Master switched from propane to charcoal, Sterling says. Also, the only pride I had tonight was in the Angels tonight. I light that baby up. Keep Moniak in the lineup. Well, again, that's not going to happen, because if you say, Nevin, are you going to keep Moniak in the lineup and rest Ward?
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Yeah, so there you go right there. Also, I was in 427, not 468 to center. Or it was 427. That's what it said initially, Grillmaster. I'm just whatever. Ryan also says Louis Renifo. Can you say Trout can rob shit? Oh, yeah. Well, he did take 2. He did take 2 away. Mike Trout made some nice defensive plays. Justin Option says, I think we need to trade Rendon for $38 million. Javier says, Mikey is starting to heat up, and with that said, Nevin will sit him tomorrow. He needs to be a starter again. Or Mickey. Yeah, Mickey is definitely a guy that needs to be in the lineup, but not going to happen. Just like Gone with a Win ends after all, tomorrow is another day, Jim says. Also, I want to see a gif of Renique Foes. Oh, geez. Brian also says 2 nights in a row with clutch hits with runners in scoring position. Rendon might be the heart of this team. Oh, man. Wouldn't that be a catch-22, right? I'd be like, what the Also, call a cop. We have a robbery in the outfield. The Grillmaster has run out of steam. Oh, geez. What is your thing with the Grillmaster? Rookie power tonight. Moniak with a bases clearing double. Dan says a save by Bachman and a win by Joyce. It's a nice night, right? Hayes says everyone in the AL West division lost today except the Angels and A's. And go figure, if you're the Pirates and you're trying to compete this year and you're losing to Oakland 2 out of 3, what is wrong with you? Maybe you are a bigger pretender than we thought you were. Todd's a large reporter brought to his attention Rogers Halo honks got the PA announcement from the Jumbotron. Yes, they did. And boy, would I love to see, the Heady baseball fans up there on July 1st. I would love to do that. Because if his 600 level with 10 fans that he gave away tickets to can honk their honks, why can't we? Big 20 says, yes, we can, letting him sit if they are winning by a lot. Well, it's as far as Rendon, it's like, dude, we are pampering the shit out of this guy. I mean, I've never seen it to where not only do we have to give him a day off, we have to take him out early. And Urshela was like, really, bro? I have to come in right now? Saying, go Cubs, go Cubs, go. Hey, Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs are going to lose today. The chair is rubbing in their face. Rendon is the first to defend his team, and he's a leader in the clubhouse. Jacob, if he's the only leader in the clubhouse, we are fucked. Rendon is the Angels' lucky charm. Boy, you guys are on the Rendon tonight. Javier says, let's go for the sweep, and let's beat Seattle. Now, see here, Javier, we may be in the right mindset. If we could sweep the Cubs, the Mariners are floundering like crazy right now. Again, they took another L tonight. And right now, I mean, look, the Mariners are in a spot where we didn't think they were going to be. We thought they were going to be much, much better than this, and they are really shitting the bed. And they're playing worse than we could ever play. At least we're above 500, and we're doing something. We're trying to hang in there. The Mariners are 30-31 now. They are now 10 games out. A solid 10 right now, and this was a team that's supposed to be a lot better than us. I thought that we were going to be fighting them instead of Texas for that number 2 spot, and we're 8 games out. At least we were able to gain a game tonight because Houston and Texas lost. Thank you, St. Louis Cardinals. No shitting on Rendon. Sean says, boy, you guys are all in love with him tonight. Just waiting for July 1st for the same thing from Hitty. Yeah, I hope so. We get on the Jumbotron. I want to see a brawl again versus those Seattle Mariners. Stukes over Disneyland for this one. Light that baby up. Well, I mean, I could give you some Savage Garden. I think a lot of people like the Savage Garden, so maybe we'll get some, especially after we found out that was a song that someone lost their virginity to. I mean, that was hilarious. I still am laughing about that. What is it called? Hold on, let's see. Because I didn't get a strike on this the other night, so it wasn't bad. Let's see, where'd it go, dude? I had that song pulled up. I'll find it right now. There it is. Let's play this one. If it doesn't trip on me. Here we go. Probably about all I could play without being effed over. I'm sorry, Dan. I wish I could play more. Let's see. Jaime, Bay Area. Just try. Look, bro, I am not. If I didn't listen to my English teachers when I was in school, no offense, Dan, I ain't gonna listen to you. Oh yeah, Bobby V is on the way. Sean is also saying that and a couple other people were hitting me up too. It might have been Sean too. About him being with the Trash Pandas tonight. So who knows? Maybe they're warming him up in the bullpen to take over Nevin's job. Speaking of quality starts, we might be in trouble with Detmers tomorrow. Hope he gets his first win of the season. Boy, there is no telling when he's going to turn it around, right? And I hope he does pitch good tomorrow because we need him out there. A lot of people are like shitting on him saying he's done already. I don't think so. I think he's got a lot to give. He's just in his own head like a lot of people were saying the other night. Let's see. A quality start, a honk night, coincidence. More like the alphabet night, Alex says. Jim says in the other Roger news, he said Anderson did pitch good first inning last night, but the other part of the game was just a little bit goofy. Let's see. He always makes excuses. I mean, so he's never going to come out there and say this guy, sucks. And we all know he does right now. Big old circle jerk up there, Jacob says, as far as a 600 level. I just got off work and been away. Didn't know you shaved, Todd. Yeah, it's not No Shave November. It's just I goofed up trying to fix my beard, and I just said fuck it. Because again, I don't look. The two amazing racists were in the house tonight, and I'm going to put their names out there, or at least one of them, because I don't remember the other guy. The other guy's so irrelevant. I just know him by porn stash or by pedophile stash. I didn't want that pedophile stash. I know it doesn't look good on me. That guy doesn't seem to care. One of the amazing racists. And he wears it anyway. And they were sitting up in the 600 level, honking it up with Roger. And it's fitting that those two were there. They live that alternative lifestyle. Kudos to them. I love them for that. That's good. They could do that all they want. I don't hate against anyone that has that love for everybody. But we figure, whether they're in that lifestyle or not, that's fine. Just don't be racist. And that former Cox in the outfield. They're too racist. I had to say it. I just had to say it. They were there. I mean, they should not be allowed in Angel Stadium talking about our star player in the way they did in Shohei Ohtani. Just do your homework. I don't need to say anymore. I don't need to throw any more dirt on that grave, but I'm just saying. It is what it is. Also, It's Your Boy says, funny how they went to that game of all games. Exactly. Hey says, I remember everyone complaining about Bachman when the Angels picked him over Kumar Rocker. Wow. A rare Angels front offense W. You know what, Hayes? If you were along for the ride as long as we've been doing this show, I think that was me, Fernando, and a few others that were on the show at the time, even including Randy. And when we whiffed on Kumar, not only the first time but the second time, we all had that collective sigh, like, here we go again, blowing it on a pitcher that's going to turn into something. And I haven't seen Kumar, and I've seen Harold in Kumar, the movie, but the Kumar Rocker, no, I haven't seen him. So the fact that we got Bachman and Bachman's in the majors, I think that was a win. I think you're 100% correct. Trade Ward, keep Adele. What the hell, Alex? Adele had his chance. He's also up here for that, I guess, everyone's favorite Renfro, who had a terrible May, is having the paternity leave right now. I'm hoping, still too early. I'm hoping that Renfro can use that motivation from having a kid to play a little bit better in the box, because he has not been hitting good. He's been swinging at stuff that's really, really low in the strike zone. Jim says, Roger also said that we are only 9 games back in the division. It's never too early to watch the wild card. That's like, please don't fire me, Artie. I need to make sure this team's winning. I'll still talk positive, I swear. He's like, you better talk positive, because if you don't talk positive, I'm going to fire your ass. Because I'm sure that's why they gave him a 1-year contract. Remember, Rodgers on a 1-year contract. For the love of God, can he please be dismissed after this season? I am so sick and tired of him. Trade Ward for Adele. Keep Moniak, Jacob says. Won't even front. Didn't even know it was Pride Night at the Big A. Watched the entire game as well. You really couldn't tell. Like if you weren't there, that's why I was asking Jim, who was there. You really couldn't tell. I mean, they weren't trying to do anything in the booth like usually they do on other nights. I didn't see too many rainbow flags, at least from the camera angles I saw. So it was what it was, and who cares? They had their night and it went off, whatever. You know what I mean? Like I just don't like politics and don't like religion in sports. If you want to have that night, have another night for another. You got to make it all inclusive. They're saying it's all inclusive, but it's not really all inclusive. I just want to have, hey, if we're going to give, celebrate the military, we celebrate the military. We celebrate United States, because that's been something that's been done this entire time of baseball. But when anything else comes in, then I just was like, yeah, you know what? It is what it is. But if they want to do it, you're going to face a backlash, because there's always going to be someone that's going to hate, always going to be someone that's going to like, even if it is a military. All I'm just saying is I just wish we could play baseball and play sports. And tonight, it was one of those nights where, like I said, I wasn't in attendance, but all I know is I saw a game, and there was really nothing on Bally's, which usually Bally's goes to anything that they possibly can to talk about whatever they want with this song. And they really didn't touch on it. So, I mean, it is what it is. So, game over, Angels win. That's all I really care about. Let's see. Also, Ryan says Roger got his Lodge Stamos. He sure did. He wishes he did because he wishes John Stamos would touch his. Gotta get to the thing.
I was pretty cocky. I want balls and John Stamos.
See, he followed it up. Bring back Alex Meyer into the rotation. Alex Meyer, for all those that don't know, is probably one of the only decent pitchers right now in the Kansas City Royals. Even Greinke, as sporting a 1-6 record. Jordan Lyles for that team is 0-9 with an 8 ERA. But our boy Myers he pitched a shutout the other day, so who knows? Freddie Mercury lookalikes everywhere at the stadium tonight. Justin Option says Maniac and Winfo, balls and balls and balls.
Tonight, it's time for you to check out what I want. I want balls and John Stamos.
We want to Dell up, and it's our turn for some hits, Marty says. A game day for my team tomorrow. Good luck. Bro, that Nacho song is so funny. Thanks, Hayes. Sean says Adele is here for 2 days, and he's back in the AAA where he belongs. Let's see. Jim was enjoying the hot dogs and brats. Also, Renifo sounded like he's back to his form at the plate tonight. He sure did look really good. Again, I'd like to see this against Seattle and moving forward because, again, we're believe it or not, I mean, we're creeping towards the damn All-Star break when, we're going to be finishing out this season. We got only so many games to that point. And, we got to get into a striking distance for the division. Again, a lot of people will probably laugh, but we've played as about an inconsistent first half as you could possibly play. And to get within striking distance, which I consider striking distance is 5 games or less. It's doable. We're only 3 games out. Again, I don't believe in Texas, and people think I'm crazy for that too. But your upcoming games right here, look at this right here. You got 3 big ones with Seattle where you could effectively put them 12 or 13 games back, or at least put them in a world of hurt and create some separation with them if you win tomorrow. I'm not looking ahead. I'm still focusing 1 game at a time, but I'm just telling you what's up ahead. So if you take out the Cubs tomorrow and you're somehow able to take out 2 out of 3 or even sweep the Mariners, you're in a head-to-head showdown with the first-place Texas Rangers in Texas. A huge 4-game set where we know they can pitch. They've been pitching a lot better than advertised. Their defense is very, very solid, and their hitting has been great. They've got 3 guys who have 50 RBIs or more. So if you can survive that rough patch and maybe just split in Texas or somehow pick up 3, you know what I mean? Like you can square away in the next 8 games if you do what I said right there and you're able to win. What is it called? 7 out of 9 games. I know it's asking a lot, but if you can, you're going to pick up at least 3 games in the standings, at least, maybe even 4, and then all of a sudden Houston, the Angels, and Texas are in a 3-team race while Seattle is on the outside looking in. And then you're rewarded with the Kansas City Royals in Kansas City who suck ass right now. And then you get a quick 2-game series with the Dodgers, 3 games with the Rockies, and then you play the White Sox at home for 4. Again, you get a stretch right here with only the Dodgers in those 2 games within a span of 10 more to go before our July 1st series with the Diamondbacks and our tailgate. You have a good opportunity to play some sub 500 teams. Now, is this team going to do one of 2 things? Is it going to play down to its competition, which they've been doing a lot this year, or will they actually stomp on them and show them who's the man, and stop screwing around and making mistakes? Because that's a team that we've seen a lot in the first half. I don't want to see that team as we're creeping towards the end of the first half here. I want to see a more aggressive, well-built machine going up against these teams that we're supposed to beat. And again, 2 big series in my mind that are coming up out of all those series I just mentioned are the 4-game set with the Rangers and the 2-game set with the Dodgers. We got to establish ourselves against the Dodgers. The last couple years, they have beaten us. And it's been pretty pathetic. They've closed the gap to the overall series lead where it's under double digits. We used to own their asses, but the last 4 years, they have owned us, and I'm fucking sick of it. And the Rangers, we got to put them back a notch. They've already lost DeGrom for the year. I know that's not a big loss for them because he sucks anyway, but it is a big contract they got to eat. He's going to be gone for 2 years and not pitching for shit for them. But Eovaldi and those other guys, Dane Dunning, those two guys are their best pitchers right now. John Gray pitched good tonight, but got the loss. But I'm telling you, they're very thin. Any of those guys go down, they are in some major, major dog shit. I'm just saying. The offense is always going to be the offense there in Texas. But I'm just saying. Let's hope the offense and the pitching can keep this up. We better no crap the bet against the Mendozas, which is the Mariners. Ricky Nolasco could help this rotation out, Sterling says. No, I think you're far off on that one. Friday night's game is stupid Apple TV. Well, that's why, Mateo, you watch us here. Me and Dominic will be dominating the airwaves as we're going to be live calling the game here from the studio. Hayes says Moniak's post interview with Erica was refreshing tonight. Compared those Mike Trout's dry answers. Well, a lot of these guys too. A lot of these guys seriously are just cut and dry, no freaking personality. And we don't have a leader on the team that would say stuff that was crazy, that would stir the pot, or just say something funny like a Torrey Hunter. Like, they're just not out there. And we don't have them in the clubhouse. Also, let's see. Where is it? Where is it? Geez, I went all the way back here. I lost all these freaking comments right here. Okay, Rendon is struggling because he just came off the IL. Georgia is overrated. Let's see. Also, Jim says California Fish and Game fully stocked section 101. Also, I'm not going to read the rest of that one. The box score says, I feel like me mentioning the bullpen will not get dropped. I don't think I've called out more than I have this week by Heedy. Okay, man. Okay, box score. Get it. Dan Real says, okay, yes, but it's better than a blackout. Well, I guess, but, if meaning Apple TV, but I'm saying if you want to watch some better coverage instead of Patrick O'Neill or whatever, I'd suggest watch us. Maybe we should all just smoke some pot and listen to the Bowling for Soup and Savage Garden. Well, Savage Garden is always on your guys' mind. I mean, I just have a feeling that you guys just love this music and you want me to continue to play it because it wasn't a Savage Garden type night though. That's the thing. If it was a Savage Garden type night, then we would play it. You know what I mean? But we kind of want to save that for games that are kind of depressing or that we just put up no effort, and that we need a love song to cry to. And you know what? Fuck it. The first lyrics always get me.
I'll be your dream, I'll be your wish, I'll be your fantasy.
That is, believe it or not, that is the exact words that our boy Roger Lodge thought about and said in his mind while having sex with his wife, thinking about John Stamos. Okay, yes. Let's see. Also, let's see. Balls, and Halo Honk night tonight. So a little bit of this and a little bit of this.
Tonight, it's time for you to check out what I want. I want balls and John Stamos.
My quarterback says, hey, Todd, been really enjoying your show for a month. Now as I work the third shift at his factory in Wisconsin, unlike other Angels podcasts, your unbiased analysis of games is absolutely spot on. I love it. You know what, my quarterback one? I love it. I love the fact that you're listening to Graveyard, anything, podcast, videos, whatever. That's what I did back in the day when I worked Graveyard, is that's how I got familiar with the genre of podcasting. I got into true crime because of that. Just stuff that would keep me awake at night because it would scare the shit out of me hearing all these creepy stories. And then I got into sports, more listening to it overnight. Not taking phone calls yet. Someone keeps calling in. I'm not going to answer the phone when you call next, dude. I'm serious. Let's see. Also, Rob hates me now. I think he quit the podcast because I erased his Lone Star-inspired lineup graphic. Inner fighting on the box score. Marty says Trout needs a rest day after tonight's efforts. Got those rest of those legs tonight as well. Yeah, he probably is going to take the night off tomorrow. Joe Adele is going to play tomorrow. Moniak on the bench. And you know, that's probably what's going to happen. Because, again, when have we seen this team try to fight to either get a sweep or avoid a sweep? No, it's every third day, especially when they're home. Let's fuck over our fans and not put the best lineup out there. Let's just put the B team in. You know how many times they've done that? And it would not surprise me, and this is not even a day game tomorrow. They're not flying out of Anaheim. They could stay there. The Cubs got to fly out, but we're staying at home in our beds in our comfortable Anaheim Hills, and the freaking Mariners are coming in tomorrow. They're flying in. None of this bullshit where we have to be like, oh, we need to rest this guy. We need to rest that guy. Oh, they're so sore after playing one night. That better not happen tomorrow, but philosophy, I guarantee you. And by the way, getting back to my quarterback one, that's awesome. You're an Angel fan in Wisconsin. That's pretty cool. Todd Fox, what do you think about Joe Adele will be in the lineup tomorrow? I guarantee you he'll be in the lineup tomorrow. Andrizzle said, light that baby up. Clutch hitting, but defense was on point. It sure was. Andrizzle also says, Loop didn't allow his mandatory one run. The world might end. Well, you know why? Because he got superhero strength out there in center field in Mike Trout. Ryan says, I worry about the incoming Seattle series. Wins may run out after this Cubs series. I wonder what the Angels' longest winning streak of the season is. I think it was 4. I don't think it was past 4 games so far. And I think also that if they get stymied by Seattle, let's just say Seattle comes in here and even wins 2 out of 3, that's a huge loss to the ego of this team. You got to keep this rolling against sub 500 teams. And I know they're only a game under, but let's just face it. Seattle has not been as good as advertised from last year. I was wrong on them. They're not playing. They're not hitting. They're not pitching. They are more I never thought there'd be a more inconsistent team than the Angels, and that's them. And we're only separated by a few games. So, again, if Seattle can go in there and kick their ass, take 2 out of 3, or even sweep them, again, that pushes them further behind to where I don't think they can recover. They hit us like that, we might be in that situation tied with them, and that's a bad look, especially I think and feel in my heart that Texas is going to fade. And with Houston's going to wind up taking the spot from them, but it's going to take them a little time too. So if you're winning at the same time when Houston is catching up to Texas and Texas is fading, you can gain ground as well. You could tighten the noose a little bit on Texas. But does the team have the heart to do that? Hayes says De La Cruz got the first home run off of Noah Syndergaard. That trade win for the Phillies gets better and better every day. It sure does. And that home run was absolutely crushed today. So 2 guys hit their first. It was De La Cruz, and I forget who walked it off for him, Benson or something. And his home run was, I suggest if you have not seen his home run celebration, the way that he just looks into the dugout, throws his bat, shouts profanity and everything else, rounds the bat. I mean, that was one of the coolest celebrations. The Cincinnati owner is a shit owner. He doesn't deserve that team winning right now, but the fans do. And I'm happy for the Cincinnati Reds fans and extremely happy it came against back-to-back nights against those fucking Dodgers. Because anytime the Dodgers lose, I don't care who they lose to, it's a good night. It's Your Boy says, man, you see the Reds team, I got to say that they are making it tough not to root for them as they are underdogs and got some young stud prospects. Well, those are the teams I like to root for. Seriously, when the Angels are out of it, those are the teams I like to root for. Those are the teams I want to see good things happen. It's a catch-22 again because their fans are so good and they haven't had much to root for over the years, but their owner's a piece of shit. He's another Oakland A's owner. Let's see. Mateo says, I freaking love Rendon. How about Rendon? Sean says, Savage Garden is the official song of the Angels when they win. Fuck the Savage Garden. That's for the outfit. Justin says, that was Grill Master to losing his virginity to Savage Garden. He has, though? Jack says, Cubs lineup worse than the A's. Laugh out loud. Well, guys like with Mervis and just... I don't know anybody except the guy that came over, and beat cancer, thankfully, from Baltimore. Other than that, I mean, that lineup is really no namers. Besides Bellinger, Bellinger's over there just getting high. He doesn't even know what's going on half the time. I've seen Savage Garden in concert in Melbourne, Australia. Definitely worth the $5 cover charge. Todd being like JoJo on the radio playing the top 40 hits. Oh, that's a Kiss FM. Why do I know that? That's a Kiss FM reference. Kiss FM. Oh God, Rick Dees, dude. I thought Rick Dees was cheesy, but no, this guy is way more cheesier than freaking than this guy's way cheesier than Rick Dees.
I was pretty cocky. I want balls and John Stamos.
Jared Walsh is starting to worry me. What is plan B? First move, Urshela, maybe Cabbage. Rust, I expect. But Walsh looks more lost than Rusty. And you know what? Maybe we saw the best of him in 2021. I hate to say it. But he just whiffs at stuff that's in the dirt. I don't understand what his problem is. And I get it, he's been out of baseball, for a good amount of time, but not the amount that should knock you off from knowing how to play the game. I mean, defensively, he hasn't lost a step, but he is just looking lost up there, and he's got no drive to that bat. He's still swinging over pitches instead of trying to uppercut him. It's just he's all over the place. He's just all over the place. Cabbage, again, I don't see till September. Good to see the depth coming through, Jack says. That's always good. Hey, Alexa, play Never Gonna Give You Up by Rick Ashley. I might be able to do that for you, Mateo. I just might be able to do that for you because Rick Ashley is like one of the wonders that just never stops giving you – well, he never gives up on you. That's his thing, man. He's never going to give you up. He's never going to let you down. He's never going to run around and desert you. I think that's how it goes. I'm not really good with lyrics, but I try to nail them when I can. But yeah, let's see. Let's get back to more of the comments here. What is it called here? Let's see. Also, let's see. The other is Connor Cook. And Drizzle says you should have made yourself a handlebar mustache. No, I can't do the handlebar mustache. Oh, you guys are right here with the two lames. I'm barely catching up with you guys talking about Cox in the outfield right there. Oh, let's just. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm being interrupted. So do I. I think it's a. Oh man. I gotta hurry up and get there because I don't want to get stressed. There you go. See, if we win, we should play that song because that would be fitting. But when we lose, it should be the Buttercup or the Savage Garden. Moniac, what is with that neck slash? Ooh, that's a good question, Gary. I have no idea what is up with that, but I think it's pretty cool, the Undertaker thing. And I thought that wrestling took that away because it was, you had the whole Chris Benoit thing, the him strangling his family and doing that to himself. That was his thing. He turned out to be a murderer. So I thought they got rid of that. I thought you couldn't do that in football even. But let's see. I don't think MLB has taken that away. It looks like, even you saw Patrick Sandoval doing it right back to him. Is that the thing? Or are we slitting throats? I mean, what are we doing here? Wonder if there was a record tonight for most... I'm not going to go there. Let's see. They probably sit up there because they like to snuggle. Oh, well, if you saw the picture that I got from a fan, yeah, they were definitely snuggling. Can we say that Roger Lodge, or can we have Roger Lodge say James? I got to get that. Also, judging by his birthday bash picks, I bet Big 20. I'm not going to read that either. Let's see who the fuck is calling rude. There's been too many phone calls tonight by the same person. Roger wants his knob polished by Stamos. I think we all know he does. Let's see. Also, Cox in the outfield. Those guys don't know about baseball. They sure don't. Renifo made that scoreboard graphic tonight on our page. That was clutch tie-breaking hit. That was really good. And Moniac came through as well. But again, I give it to guys like Moniac and Renifo, who again, when called upon, get the job done. I mean, they don't look sparkling clean every night. I know that Moniac struggled a little bit, and I know we haven't, Renifo, some people don't like him, some people do. But they're not going to be perfect when they're not playing every night. And Nevin looks to keep these guys out of the lineup, at any cost. I mean, I have to look who is pitching tomorrow because I guarantee you Moniac and Renifo will not be in the lineup if the Cubs got a lefty going tomorrow. Let me see who the Cubs got going tomorrow. Let's see. Tomorrow's Thursday. There'll be Drew Smiley. Is Drew Smiley? Of course. Yes. Tomorrow. Drew Smiley goes. Drew Smiley's got a 3.56 ERA, so that's probably going to help them win. In 12 starts, he's 5-3 so far. He's allowed 7 home runs and 17 walks. A lefty. So that means you're going to have a right-handed heavy lineup. That means Moniac, despite what he did tonight, you're out of the lineup. despite what Renifo did tonight, you're out of the lineup. Let's see who else was left-handed tonight. Oh, that means Theis, you're out of the lineup. It's going to be Wallach, it's going to be Adele, it's going to be Ward. And you're probably going to see Urshela play for Walsh, and then they're going to also move someone else over there to cover Rendon, because God forbid he plays a full 9 innings. So look for a lot of substitutions tomorrow. Texas always plays Tampa, or also plays Tampa next, so that's good to know, Sean. Jacob says, is it Renfro the first kid? If so, get ready for a huge slump. Look at Arenado this year and Trout when his kid came. I don't know if it's his first, but I hope that he uses as a springboard to help his team. Matt wants to know what Roger's thinking about.
I was pretty cocky. I want balls and John Stamos.
Yeah, well, Hunter will want to make a boy eventually, so he is probably not done having kids this season. Also, don't be so disrespectful. Matt coming from the box score, that's hilarious in itself. Angels about to stomp on all those upcoming teams. Also, Angels won't lose another game in June. Oh, I wish you were right. Alex Curry, Erica Weston. Give me Erica Weston. Call me crazy. I do like him tan. I do. I mean, if you guys know my record with women. But I will say this. In Erica Weston's, in her behalf, I find her less annoying. Alex Curry, I can't get over how much she smiles. I mean, you could probably be like she could be at a funeral smiling. Like, I can't picture someone being that happy and not being on Joker gas. Like, I just don't understand it. For some reason, call me crazy. She's a beautiful woman. I think she's hot. But she smiles too damn much. And Erica Weston's forehead's a little big. I don't know. I'm picky. But I'd have to lean towards Erica Weston, because in the end, I'd be like, can you just shut your mouth to Alex Curry? But Erica Weston, I'd be like, she's decent. Yeah. That's just me. Let's see. Jacob says Erica is hotter. Justin's going with Alex Curry. Maybe that should have been the question of the night. Was so glad Big Hammer was not there tonight. Sitting home and drinking Mountain Dew was perfect. Bowling for Soup and Savage Garden are metal legends. Tonight's Slayer raining blood. Let's see. Also, I'm weak. It's your boy says someone is having a Dawson's Creek flashback. I am not having a Dawson's Creek flashback, and I hate that you bring that up. That is a guilty pleasure of mine back in the day. I liked me some Dawson's Creek, okay? I just did. Pacey and all those guys and whatever the hell they were called at the time. I just, it was my thing. It was a 90s thing, man. So don't kill the messenger, all right? I'm just living my life. Also, shout out to the Graveyard Shifters and the First. That's true. Let's see. No Adele winning streak stops at 3. 0 defense in left field with Adele. I agree, but then again, Paula Cole doesn't.
So open up your morning light and say a little prayer for I. You know that if we are to stay alive and see the next month's one was.
Oh wait, hold on. God damn, she's ugly. Watching this video right now, wow, that's not a beautiful woman. I didn't know she sang that and then dressed like that for the video, so I'm sorry. And Drizzle says, shout out to Wisconsin, go Pack go, and the Third Shifters. But Adele will have a flashy, sparkling belt, Jim says. He sure will. Let's go to our JV team out there, not the varsity team, Nevin Logic. Texas will not fade. Shall we bet, Todd? I'm getting to that point where I'm gonna bet, and I'm gonna put my money where my mouth is, and watch. I'm gonna win. I feel so goddamn confident about this. I really do. This isn't our grandpa's Texas Rangers. Well, it's not my dad's Texas Rangers. All I've known is the Texas Rangers in failure. Although I know they got Bruce Bochy, and I know they're going to be good at some point. And I know they're good now, but I predicted them to be good next year, not this year. And I still think they're going to fall on their ass. They've only had, again, 2 good years under Ron Washington when they got to the World Series and lost both years. So I still think, just even look when they had Nolan Ryan, they couldn't do shit. So I still think that is a cursed franchise and ain't going nowhere, at least for another year or two. Let's see. Also, De La Cruz homer finally landed. I just saw it. Mike Trout owns the Mariners, and their ballpark in the T-Mobile Arena starts for Trout's. Angels sweeping the Seattle Mariners. Problem with that, though, Hayes, it's here in Anaheim. We pried Bruce Bochy and wanted him, or we tried. No way he allows that squad to squander away. We'll see. We'll see. Whatever happened to the Leafs dumbass, he has not been on at all this year. From what I heard, I reached out to him. Randy and him were going back and forth on Twitter. And then also he's in college. So he's a college kid. Has anyone heard anything about Bumgardner? He might be. I don't think so, Jim. We already have too many terrible lefties in that. We have Suarez, who was my comeback guy of the year. I might, remind you guys. And then we also have Rick Ashley, Tyler Anderson, and that's not all that good either. Yep, they said Adele is in because it's a lefty tomorrow, which means our lefties are out Walsh and Moniak. Exactly. Also, Anderson is better than Bumgardner at this point. I do agree there. Never going to make you cry. Never going to say goodbye. Thank you. Fabio says DFA loop. Pick up Bumgardner. At least we'll have a real bum instead of a loop. That's a good point. Heedy channel getting shut down. Also, let's see. Balls, and Renifo. I think we can attest to that.
I was pretty cocky. I want balls and John Stamos.
Now watch Geefy and Moniak will be benched for lame ass deal. What's going to happen? Matty Matt says, what's the longest win streak you think we will reach this season? I can honestly see 5 games win streak in us. I think we can actually get, let's see, we have 4 games. I think we can actually, and I'm channeling my honk, but I think we can get to 7. I think we can get to 7 before we get to Texas. That's the max. And then we'll see what happens from there. And I think we would drop that first one. Renifo is a switch hitter. His strong side is righty. But again, Dan, who's the manager on this team? Nevin. So you're making too much sense, Dan. How dare you? How dare you make sense? This is Nevin telling you.
How dare you?
And I'm going to start Ward just for that. At a funeral laughing, it's your boy. Says Sean says, when I see Alex Curry, I see 2 big lemons. Yeah, you could shoot. Maybe that's what I should do. Choose not to look at the smile, even though she is pretty, but I can only take so much of it and choose to look at the headlights. Maybe that's my problem. Called out again, box score says, Todd, do you know Todd, did you do Joker gas once? No. Yes, Alex is hot but appears fake. She does appear fake, Dan, but she is a Kings fan. Meh, that's a problem too. Robert says, we talk about Nevin pulling his inner butter maker with telling Trout to channel his inner Kelly. When Curry is having... let's see, Gary also says, what is it, fairies and the bleachers. That is those 2. I will say that. Hot girls with big foreheads are a rare win. Expand your taste, ToddFox. No one is perfect. Maybe I get that from my friend, because one of my friends, he actually turned down a girl because her second toe, which is, I guess you call it the index toe on her feet, because he was in the feet more than me. And he's like, dude, that's so nasty. Like her second toe is bigger than her big toe. I'm like, it's longer. Like, why? I go, but she's a 10. She's beautiful. She's in college. We were both young at the time. And he's like, nah, I can't date a woman like that. I'm like, wow, bro. I wish she was into me. Chris says, it was a perfect night to use Fruit Loops at night. A 4-run lead, great defense against his pitching. It was perfect because Loop tried to give up some runs and Trout was like, no. Let's see, haha, Dawson Creek, Todd is pride. Shut up. Let's see, the chair says, that's the song. What the fuck is up with your playlist? Yo, you got me crying. Jacob says, what do you call it? I'm not going to write that too. See, there's some things I can say and some things I can't. Marty says, when sent down Phillips for being a goofball, can we send down a bat boy as well? Marty is not a fan of the bat boy, dude. Bet me Jersey bet. We'll talk soon here. Dan also checks in with, let's see, I just lost it right there. Damn, where'd he go? Oh, okay. Renifo is... Oh, I already got that one. Let's see. I already got that one. Yeah, just skipped on me. What's up with the lights on some of their balls? Red blinking lights. Which one? What's up with the lights on some of their ball or their belts? Oh, it's because they have Dan. They have the belts like Dell. They have that. What is it called? The it's not elastic, but it's a metallic color, metallic red. So yeah, it does blink off their belts because some of them choose to wear those. Let's see. The chair says she had 2 babies. One was 6. One was 3. In the War of 44. Oh, geez. That's the lyric from the song. What the hell? Mateo says, Weston is prettier than my assistant coach. Don't tell her. Oh, that's it. It's out there. Little Wayne says, in all fairness to the Rangers, even when we had Nolan Ryan, we couldn't do shit either. What? Absolutely not, though. When we had Nolan Ryan in, was it 79? When they faced Baltimore, my dad told me they had Nolan Ryan, and they would have had him pitch, I think, the finale or something like that. But he had pitched so many innings the other previous game. Something happened to where they couldn't use him, or if it would have went to the finale, Ryan would have started, and he won the start that he pitched. So he did reach the playoffs with us once. I think a lot of people don't realize that. Let's see. Rangers winning 90 plus. I think they will win 93. But they're not going to win the division. Texas Rangers are owned by George W. Bush, the main insider to 9/11. That team is definitely cursed for centuries to come. Let's see. Also, make the prediction now, buyers or sellers at the break, Jim says. I think we're buyers, even if we're out of it, because Artie cannot take being wrong. And his ego alone will make us buyers when we should be sellers. I bet Roger Lodge watched Dawson's Creek. Oh, my God. Trotta here!
How dare you?
But it's probably right. Let's see. Also, Randy destroyed him right there. That meaning our boy from Seattle. That's the Roman female feet. Look it up. Oh, Hayes says that's Shallow Hal foot. Yeah, it is Shallow Hal. If she's got pretty feet, I won't cheat. I've always said that about women, though. If they take care of their hands and feet, they're usually clean. They're usually like they keep up with themselves. They don't have the butter face. They're pretty naturally. They're pretty putting makeup on. And when I mean clean, as far as they shower. Let's just face it. Some women are dirty out there. You know what I mean? And they've always been like that. Or you smell armpit the whole time. Like women that take care of their feet and hands, they're usually well kept and they look good and they care about what they look like. They care about what they look like for you. So that's just my assumption. I could be wrong. But that's why I usually would base, my objectives on or what I'd look for first. Shut up, chair! Again!
How dare you?
You're causing me
Emotional damage.
Todd sucks on toes. Screw you. No call Landon. It's late and I have school in the morning. Okay, I'll keep him off the no call list. I mean Greek female feet. I heard something about that. Haha, and I know who you're talking about too. Seriously, shut up, Matt. Shut up. You go to bed. You have to get up early too. Search it up on Google. All right, I will. Stop the honk 7. Go sit with Roger. Chris says, I bet the Bat Boy has one hell of a memorabilia display. I'm pretty sure he does. Let's see. Wow. CL Smooth mentioned Nolan would have pitched Game 5 in '79. There you go. I knew you would back me up on that one. Landon says, "Can we call in yet, Todd?" And your grandpa said no. You got school tomorrow, my man. Let's see. Also, Robert says, "When can we call in so I can yell at you slandering Curry?" Game day for my team tomorrow. TOC quarterfinals. Good luck, Mateo. Box score says if they keep their toes and hands looking nice, chances are is also bomb. That is true. That's again another thing that I base it on. If they take care of their hands, see again. Hayes says 100%. Let's see. Also. No, I'm on summer break. You guys have school still. What is school? Trotter here says you'll know when she's dirty when she pulls down her. Oh, man. I love how this show goes sometimes. I mean, we are like full on 100% baseball and talking playoffs.
Playoffs? Don't talk about it.
Playoffs?
Yeah,
you kidding me?
we do. We talk playoffs, and then it just turns into, what the fuck are we talking about, dude? Like, it just goes into sex talk, dude.
Like having sex. It's a painstaking, arduous task that seems to go on and on forever, and just when you think things are going your way, nothing happens.
There you go. Joyce reminds me of Nolan Ryan. Landon, how dare you? How dare you? This is a record for how dare yous.
How dare you?
Let's see, baseball and thongs. Let's get to what happened tonight. Well, what I put on there for the poll. What's your biggest takeaway from tonight's game? 67% of you said clutch hits. 17% of you said solid defense. Joe Adele getting called up was 11%, and 6% was Rendon's load management. So there you go for the poll tonight. Let's see. I fucking love this podcast. ToddFox, Heedy Gang is top tonight. Love line on K-Rock Toast Edition. Screw you guys. Don't hate, appreciate. But it is what it is. Opposite Todd angry. This song has turned into... By the way, remember when Loveline was cool? It was cool for a bit. I used to stay up for some reason and listen to that. It was pretty funny and a lot of good stuff. Yeah, if you want to call in, we're going to take real quick phone calls. So, again, if Robert wants to vent for a minute, because I'm only got like 10 minutes because I got to get up early myself. But 714-598-3221. Of course. It's the Halo Honk line.
What are you doing slandering my name, old Patty Hill?
I'm playing all the songs that you like.
You can't do that. I will tell you for standing your
You said what now?
You can't do that. That is against the law.
Well, that's how we do it in the 600 levels.
Thanks. I will tell you.
Roger, if you came on like towered his rating.
Oh, I would love to be in the AM 830 studios. Just give me one show. And I think I could I think I could rail his AM 830 stuff because I really don't want him to get re-signed this year. I swear to God.
But you would have to like completely like go in and hazmat with the hazmat suit the whole set.
Oh yeah, he'd have that place. Yeah, I'd have to go in there with a mask and some gloves, stuff I don't like doing, but I'd have to spray the entire place with Lysol. That's for sure.
You wouldn't need acid.
Yep, I sure would.
Listen, no negative phone calls tonight because we won. We're officially 1-0. We will make the playoffs.
Well, we will see.
We got Donnie. Oh, yes, Donnie. He's such a cute, good-looking player. I'd rather touch him. I touch my wife. And I think about it, but I think about my wife when I bang my wife. I think about John Stamos when I bang my wife.
Yes, John Stamos is always topic of conversation for that man. That's why we need him off the air. But
and what about those UCLA Bruins basketball teams?
Exactly. Let's talk UCLA and John Wooden.
You're paid to talk Angels baseball, not UCLA, not college.
Yeah, again, he talks it during the regular season. He talks Lakers basketball. They have plenty other freaking stations that cover those sports. So it is what it is. But all right, Landon, I wouldn't be mad if you covered playoffs, but
it's main season. No negative phone calls. Block my number if you want. I got it fired evidence. This guy's fault. That guy's fault. Shut up!
Exactly. Well, thanks for the call, Landon. I got to get to a couple more calls because I'm only going to be on about 7 more minutes or so. But we'll talk.
Season.
Yes, we got to sweep the Cubs tomorrow, man. Got to sweep them.
Good.
All right, Landon. That's Landon right there. You guys want to call in? Let's see. Time for beer and ganja, Dan says. All callers always sound like they were off a gallon of Mountain Dew. Let's see. Robert says, haha, can't call in. Well, here's everyone's favorite. It's the Halo Honk line.
I know that.
Hey, Todd.
What's up?
I'm so wasted.
It's almost the weekend again.
Yeah, but you're partying every day now that you're out of school.
So we're looking at that.
Yeah, but guess what?
What?
Oh, gnarly.
I have 2 parties coming up this weekend.
2 parties?
Wow, winning.
Yes, sir. 2 graduation parties. And I'm going to get super lit on Friday night. And then Saturday, if no one's really like getting lit, I'll probably keep it cool. But we'll see. And then, guess what?
What?
My B-Day bash is in a week. So I'll be posting about it next Monday, being like, cruise down to the beach and we'll have a good old time. And yeah.
But see, all I ever hear though is when you say your B-Day bash, it's because you're saying it fast. It sounds like you're putting a second letter in after the B, which sounds like something else. And I'm like, bro, shouldn't that be tonight?
No, my B-Day bash is in a week almost on June 20th because that's when I planned it, and that's when all my buds will be back in town, and all the cute senior girls will be back in town.
Are you gonna join Rally Chris for his Leprechaun B-Day party?
Oh, yeah, but I'm just waiting for my B-Day bash because all the hot senior chicks can come down to the beach, and maybe one of them will get with me on my B-Day bash, you know?
Oh, Big 20. Big 20. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. So, every night, I'll keep calling in and reminding you.
I know you will.
My B-Day bashes is 1 week, and then I was watching the Lakers tonight. I saw that Mike Trout home run. I was like, yes, sir. And then the bases loaded. I was like freaking out. I was like, get it, clutch hit. And then they did it. And I was like, yeah. And I was screaming in my living room. Now I know. I was like jumping up and down, like going crazy. So hopefully I can do that again tomorrow night. We sweep the Cubs and then hopefully we beat the Mariners this weekend.
I get it. I hope so. I hope you get some play, and I hope we get some play tomorrow. How about that?
Yeah. Well, go Angels, and I'll call in tomorrow night and saying B-Day bashes 1 week. Oh, yeah.
All right. Have a good one, Big 20. All right. Later. So if you guys want to call in, 714-598-3221, 714-598-3221, because once again, we're off the rails. Let's see. He says we have a home with Whack Pack. Gary says. Gary Delabonte. I don't have him in here, though. But, yeah, sure. That's not Thice calling in stoned as fuck. That is Thice going, bro, what's going on? Did you see how I walked the first by myself? I've always got to turn down my speaker volume, making me sound like I'm farting in public. Hayes was walking around with his phone, and it's all. Let's see the box score, meaning AKA Randy says, I think my vagina just dropped or dried up after that. That is disgusting. Trouter here says, Katie Holmes or Michelle Williams. I'm a Katie Holmes chick until she went Scientology, but she was cool before that. I don't know. Let's see. Where's Beetlejuice? Oh yeah, that would be something, right? If I had Beetlejuice mumbling around. That's when real quick, that's when the Howard Stern show, like I listened to it. I didn't catch all his like supposed glory days, but I did catch like the pre-serious stuff. For about like the last 4 years before that, when he had I forget the comedian that was on there, always into drugs. He was on Mad TV. That dude was hilarious, and they actually had really good guests. They talked about whatever the hell they wanted to, and it was really funny. And then he just went corporate, and then he went PC and woke as funk after freaking COVID. So that's why I was just like, no. I stopped listening to him years ago, but like. Now he seems like a afterthought. You don't even hear anything about him. And like he's trash. And what is it called? His and they're still paying him hundreds of millions of dollars for whatever reason. I don't know. Artie Lang, there you go. Artie Lang was really, really funny back in the day. Although if you Googled his nose, if you ever want to know what your nose would look like if you continually snorted cocaine or any other drug that you could snort through your nose, just look at his nose. It looked like his nose was normal like mine, but it was like inflated with air, and then he took like a needle and poked it, and all the air came out of it. He's literally got no cartilage in his nose. It is flatter than a pancake. I mean, my God, it's a bad look. So, yeah, that's what Gary's saying right here. Have you seen a pic of Artie Lang? Yeah, he looks terrible. He looks terrible. Artie Lang was fucking hilarious at one time. Now he barely has a face. And that thing is too, if you I don't know, he has a podcast. I think he lost it too because he freaking he just was hit and miss too much, and he had sponsors, and he just kept quitting because of drug problems. I mean, cocaine's a hell of a drug. Let's just say that. The box score says Artie Lang, only dude to get fat while on crack. Yeah, I thought that was impossible myself, but Artie Lang out there setting records. But yeah, as far as sports goes, we talked a little love line tonight. We talked about the Angels winning again, which is nice. They're on a winning streak, actually, 3 games, unbelievable. And, maybe tomorrow we can sweep the series, but Nevin's going to be like, you think so?
These nuts. Got him!
And we're going to freaking lose because of Nevin philosophy. Also, let's see, what about Hammer's park job? Did he get in the sack already? No, apparently not. I think we'll definitely know if Big Hammer seals the deal. It won't be one of those texts that you send your friend like, hey, the Eagle has landed, code word, stuff like that. I think Big Hammer is going to be calling and talking about his little hammer over and over and over, and we're just going to be like, so he'll be happy, and he'll get that extra man for sure. It'll definitely be for his virginity. So that day will come. Yeah, I think literally. But yeah, I mean, even he might break. Bally Sports might break in, and it'll be like, hey, breaking news. Big 20 is not a virgin anymore, so maybe that'll happen, and he'll be honking his honk for quite some time, because I'm pretty sure once it happens, he'll be like. But yeah, that's enough for the sound bites. See, I get too much into it, and I just want to, keep going with it. See, Big 20 finds it funny. What about Hammers? Oh, I already read that one. Beer League is one of my all-time favorite low-budget comedy movies. Well, it has Norm Macdonald in it, I think. So anything Norm Macdonald, some people can't, they can't deal with his sarcasm, but I love his jokes, man. And still, I mean, up until his death, he was a guy that just told it like it is, or just wasn't afraid to say whatever came to his mind. He was a funny-ass dude. He got on everybody. I never done coke, but wondered how it is. Keep wondering, the chair. I don't think it's good. Manny Matt says, just looked him up. How can he smell with a nose like that? Seriously. Let's see. Do yourselves a favor and look up Artie versus Beetlejuice. Ecstasy and shrooms. Hayes says, man, I'm telling you, man, like some of that stuff you just don't want to play with, man. I'm just saying. Oh, he's not in Beer League? I thought he was in Beer League. I could have swore he's in Beer League. Watch, that's probably another bet I'll win right there. Norm Macdonald. I swear to God, he was in it. He had a cameo or something. I know the dude from Cobra Kai and Karate Kid was in it. Let's see if he was in it. Maybe he wasn't. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Whatever. Can't always be right. Yeah, Beer League. Yeah, you're right. It was Ralph Macchio, Artie Lang, and I could have swore Norm Macdonald was in it, dude. He was not. I just considered him being in it because there was a couple movies that he did, even with Adam Sandler, where Artie Lang was in there. And playing little backup parts. So my bad. Holy shit, his nose is smushed. Looks like he got smashed by a horse in the face. Yeah, it's not a good look. So once again, the box score, what is it called? Corrects me. Jim says just do Mentos and root beer. Yeah, if you can hold a mouthful of root beer or Coke in your mouth with a Mentos, then you're a better man than me. He's watched it millions of times. Okay, there you go. This is the Bill Walton portion of the show. I need to get into the Jerry Springer part of the show where I'm giving useless advice about a show that makes no sense. I think that would be the way to go. Also, let's just see who pitches for us tomorrow, since I got to get back into baseball here before I get out of here, because I'm supposed to be out of here anyway. Let's see. I just had it and I killed the page. Let's see. For tomorrow, Drew Smiley will be opposed by our pitcher, Reed Detmers. We talked about that earlier. He's 0-5 coming in there. We talked about Drew Smiley. He's allowed 5 home runs and 21 walks. He's got an ERA of 5.15. He's got to get it going. He's allowed 57 hits in 50 innings. That's very troubling. 34 runs in 50 innings. That's troubling. So to say that he needs a good start tomorrow is saying that Artie Lang needs a new nose. It's the same thing. He's got to have a good start tomorrow. So here's hoping that Reed can complete the sweep. But right away, he's already against the 8 ball because Nevin's like, nope, we're going with Adele, who can only hit in AAA. And we're going to go with Taylor Ward, who I think is our Lord Jesus Christ. And I can't play Moniak because he had a good game. And I might give Trout the day off. And who knows? Ohtani might be a little sleepy. Might give him the night off as well. Todd doesn't smoke weed. I don't right now. So, and I haven't for a bit. So, ToddFox, be real, do you smoker? Last time I did was with my ex-wife probably, 3, maybe 4 years ago. And so I really haven't hit the pipe too much. So, and that was like super recreational. So I'm just being real. Let's see. Also, I'll bring some next time I see you. The chair's trying to get me a little faded. Because, if you don't do it for a while and then you light up, it's going to hit you harder than normal. Because I think the chair has built up a tolerance. So has Randy. So if ToddFox doesn't smoke weed, then weed smokes ToddFox. Oh, you're the man. I love that. That's pretty good. That's so much winning.
I'm by winning. I win here and I win there.
Exactly. I'm winning all around. I appreciate the compliment. I mean, no, officer, I don't know what that is. Smoke weed every day. That is one I've been told to put on here, and I haven't done that yet. Because, again, I've started a new job, so my hours are kind of like more during the day than at night. I had so much more time to do things when I work graveyard. But now it's just like, freak, dude, like the day flies by so quick. I got to get up in the morning and start like everyone else. And then I don't get off exactly the time I think I am. So it's going to be kind of crazy as we get into the biggest part of our promotional schedule. Real quick, Mateo just wants to know about the other series versus the Mariners. So I'll just put that out there real quick. Against the Mariners as it is right now, Seattle will be throwing in Game 1 Luis Castillo, which is always bad because he's their best pitcher so far. And then Wu will go in Game 2, and then Miller in Game 3. And then we'll be throwing Ohtani in Game 1 versus Castillo, which is going to be a really good pitching matchup on Friday. The watch party will be at Noble L. So if you guys can come out, again, there's going to be all sorts of drink specials, and you can watch a really good game with us live and in person. And then we'll do the post game right after. Then Patrick Sandoval will oppose Wu, and then Griffin Canning will take on Miller to close out the series. And again, we need a really good start tomorrow by Detmers, and we really need a good start by Sandoval. He's lost 4 in a row, although 2 of the 4 weren't as bad because he pitched past the 6th inning, but the other 2 were stinkers. So, we need a good start right there. That's the upcoming series right now. It's lonely on the night shift. Now, I know me and Randy used to talk from time to time, sometimes all night, throwing things around, talking about different sports, life in general. I miss those conversations with Randy. I'm not up late anymore, so that does suck. Let's see. Dan says, will you be at Noble on Friday or Saturday? Oh, I'm sorry. That's right. I'm mixing it up. I'm going to be there Saturday. We're going to be there all day Saturday. So we won't be there for the Castillo one. See, as I was trying to get out of here, I'm a little tired, so I apologize. We'll be there for the Sandoval game on Saturday. Friday, we're going to be calling the Castillo-Otani game from my studio here. Me, Dominique, and then Fernando chiming in from Texas. So thank you, Dan. I almost made a mistake right there. That goes against our advertisement. But we'll be there Saturday at Noble. And so Dan says he'll miss me then. Damn it, Dan. Where do you live, by the way, Dan? Not exactly, but where do you live? Because maybe you could swing by and we'll have you in the studio. I do owe him a birthday beer. In fact, the next time you can go, if you can't make it here Friday, if you're going to the game that Friday, I understand. But Dan, since you've been a fan for a while and you've been cool as hell, then what we'll do is next time you get a chance, because we're going to be at Noble again very soon. I haven't announced it yet, but come up when we're at Noble again. And either after a game or when we go to a game or we have another event there, and beer's on me. I got you, my man. Big 20 says, okay, well, I'll be at graduation party Saturday night. And yeah, we know you're going to be there. So also, Hayes says, thank you for everything you do, bro. Keeping it real. Your work doesn't go unnoticed. Heedy Gang saving lives. Oh, I appreciate that. I just ask one thing. You know, when we do giveaways and everything else like that, that's all well and good. And we're going to be doing that a lot this summer. But just spread the word. You know any Angel fans? I mean, you guys are as good as a freaking what is it called? A business card. You know, just word of mouth. Just be like, hey man, I really enjoy James's pregame shows. I really enjoy Todd's postgame shows. I really enjoy the Box Sport podcast when they talk football, which they're going to be doing soon. When they talk baseball, you really enjoy the stuff that me and Fernando and Rob and the other guys. Rob does with Box Score and he does with us. And then Randy's done with us with our graphics. Just basically, if you like something from the Heedy Network, put it out there. You know what I mean? Like retweet a tweet. You know, tag us in Instagram like when you're at a game, stuff like that, and just let your friends know, hey man, this page is pretty cool. And we just love the fact that you guys shout us out. You guys give love wherever you can. We really appreciate that because because of you guys is the reason why we have Noble and the reason why we have 714 tickets. So a big shout out and a big thank you to all of you guys. And that's why we like to give back because, again, you guys give us this platform. We really appreciate it. And you guys take the show where it goes every night. So if you wanted to, again, talk about Big 20's Love Life all night, well, we're talking about Big 20's Love Life. But we sprinkle in some angels right there, just like people sprinkle in a little crack on a crime scene. Right, Matt? So, again, let's see. I might miss heating. Oh, come on, Alex. You got to be there. At least come to the bar afterwards. Is it work? I mean, you got to be there, my man. And, again, if you're going to get your tickets for that July 1st tailgate, buy them now. They will be gone by June 25th. I guarantee you. So you have till June 25th to buy them. And so that you want to get in on that as quickly as possible there. Buy those tickets up because they will be worth it. It's going to be one hell of a game and one hell of a day there. They're going to be playing a good first place, probably Arizona Diamondbacks. So that's another thing to look out for with all the perks right there. Heedy Network is growing Box Score and Catella Chronicles. And that's why I forgot, too. Thanks, Randy. I forgot about Dominique and the Catella Chronicles. So if you're a Ducks fan, obviously follow them. We put out weekly podcasts. He puts out weekly podcasts about the Ducks and Angels. We do the Angels. The Box Scores doing the Angels and freaking football. So you'll have your Angels content basically every freaking day. So just look for that. So if you haven't liked and subscribed to this page, please do so. If you haven't liked and subscribed to the Box Score, please do so. Catella Chronicles. It is the big Heedy thing. We are growing, and we love you guys all for it. So there's my sappy Jerry Springer, but it's coming from the heart. Go Angels, and we shall see every last one of you tomorrow, hopefully back on here. Spread the word as it all continues to roll. Let's keep the winning streak going. Go Angels.